Sherman, Leave a Legacy, episode number 9. Just was talking with an advisor yesterday about their marketing approach, and they were telling me that they were going to send out mailers, maybe doing the cold calls to businesses, really the most high emotion, lowest return kind of marketing strategies. So I wouldn't call them marketing strategies. I would just call them dumb ideas. So what you want to really hone in on is, from a marketing perspective, is being laser focused. And what I mean by that is first identifying within your sphere is who's an actual good target, who is your niche, if you will, because you're not selling to everyone out there. And even if everyone is a potential client, who specifically, though, do you really want to hone in on? And if you don't know, find out. I know Southwest back in the 70s, they actually found that the people that were the most outgoing as flight attendants were actually cheerleaders, because Southwest had them put on some pretty skimpy outfits and they were super bubbly. And that's exactly what cheerleaders did. They put on skimpy outfits and they were super happy. And so it was a really easy fit for them to be able to do. And so what you want to be able to identify for yourself is there is an ideal client. So once you've identified that for yourself, is if you have those ideal clients within your client base, and then figure out, sit down with them, talk with them, get feedback from them. How do you get in front of more people just like that? Now, so for example, let's say my niche was working with accountants. Well, I might find that there's a local accounting association, or I might find that one of the big accounting firms in town, they go to the same bar. And maybe there's an opportunity for me to be able to buy around, or maybe they'd have some specific CE that I could be able to sponsor and be able to get introduced that way. Or if, let's say, I have a client that works at that association, maybe they can get me a new employee handbook, or introduction to all those new employees. Or maybe I can sit down with that person, look on their LinkedIn, find out that they're connected with 10 other employees there, and just say, hey, I wanted to reach out to these 10 people, found that you're connected with them on LinkedIn, and who do you think I should not talk to? So out of that 10, they start eliminating people. Oh, that person's a jag. I don't really know that person. We just kind of passed each other in the hall one time, or just, we worked on one project together, so I don't really know them that well. And then they're going to take that 10 people and probably step it down to 5. And all of a sudden you got 5 referrals. So now again, you're getting laser focused because you're focusing on that niche. You know exactly where you're going to find them. At the same time, let's say we're talking accountants. Maybe this accounting firm, they do a lot of audits, and so they actually work with a lot of business owners. So maybe I can network with some of the business owners that I have to get in front of more accountants. Or maybe they work more on estate planning, these accountants, and so I can work with estate planning attorneys to be able to get in front of them. So the same professionals are trying to find the exact same thing you are, and have the exact same kind of partnerships. And so again, once you know exactly who you're targeting, then all of a sudden your focus goes from being 180 degrees wide to basically 2 degrees in focus. So narrow and very, very deep. And you become really a subject matter expert on those individuals, what makes them tick, what they like to do, their common hobbies, and you really can kind of build on those strengths. So the other thing that I find is, for the average person, is they don't have a comfortable enough language when it comes to the referral process. Number one is, shame on you. That's just lazy salesmanship. That's just lazy process. Find the language, role play it out, talk it through, get really good at it. I think practicing is a really poor weakness in the business marketplace. We have no problems, though, understanding that professional athletes watch tape, they practice like crazy, they go to spring or summer camp, and they hammer out their craft. But yet in the business side, we kind of just wing it every day, don't we? So the next time you think about what you want to do, maybe you want to give a presentation, maybe you're going in for an interview, or maybe you're asking for referrals, or you're working on some specific language that you really want to hone down, practice it. Practice it in front of a mirror, practice it in your car, say things out loud, practice it with a loved one or a friend. And that way you can be able to get really, really good, make it your own language, make it your own process. And so once you found a really good way and a comfortable way to be able to engage in that referral process, it becomes a heck of a lot easier to say, hey, you know what, I work really well with accountants. And those are the people that I found we really hit it off. We see things typically eye to eye. We're both very analytical, and I want to be introduced to more accountants. Now, I know you work here at Walmart. Who do you know in the accounting department? Or who's your personal accountant? And now all of a sudden you've gone from just cold calling, walking in on businesses to something very specific. And again, you're going to take that high emotion activity with low results, like cold calling or sending out mailers, and all of a sudden you're going to do a very low emotional thing because you got a referral, and it's going to have a very high result opportunity in it. Have a great day.